What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's having a great day. Just got finished doing my live stream, and I think I've got something wrong with me. It's taking me a while to sometimes remember or digest information, okay? But all of a sudden, I'll hear something, and it'll be like a flashback, a deja vu, and it's like, wait a minute, hold up, what the hell was that? Yeah. You know, they say when you get older, of course, your memory, you remember things that happened forever ago, and then you forget stuff that, like where your keys are. Lord helps me. You know, we put a rack downstairs, so I try and remember to constantly put my keys and stuff on that rack, so that way I know where they are. That's where I know. But sometimes I forget, and I leave my wallet in my pocket, and I get up here, and then I'll put them on my desk, or I'll put them on the nightstand, and then it's crazy, because then I panic because I don't know where stuff is. But things have been coming to me a little bit slower, information-wise. And I was playing, because I always play, I like to play a clip of, stuff that's going on with the Cowboys from ESPN and things. And I was playing a clip from Get Up, and they had Micah Parsons talking about needing to be here for OTAs and minicamp and everything else, that we need to get this contract done right now, so that way I don't miss any time. And as I was sitting there to begin my live stream, it hit me, it dawned on me, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute, hold up. I remembered what transpired last offseason. Last offseason, I tell you what, let me play the clips. I'm going to play the clips back to back, and then we'll come back. Okay? Well, we'll come back. Okay?
The more years you have in, the more you understand that there's also like the business side to it. And, whether I like it or not, there's rookies or people I came with that's not even here anymore. And I think that's what camp is for. I mean, there was a time where Aaron Donald didn't even go to camp and he won Defensive Player of the Year and he realized his team in the playoffs. Like, are we forgetting these times? Like, he wasn't, you're talking about the best defensive player, wasn't even in camp. And we're in mini camp, or voluntary at that. So, camp would say something that's mandatory. So I'm just looking at a time for my body to heal. I'm an undersized rusher who gets banged up every year. So I'm just letting my body heal. I'm just trying to grow, strengthen, and really just get ready for the year. This is your engine. Like, this is where all my equity lies. I have no equity outside of this to offer them. So at the end, you got to understand, availability is the best ability. And if I'm not available when it really matters because I'm banged up or my body's not healing properly or I didn't get all the rehab and treatment that I need to be successful, then, that's on me. It's not on them. They're just finding the next. I need to be here in camp because honestly, when you're when so much of the defense is surrounded by your play, your presence, and others getting lined up based off of you, I need to be here so that way I can get these guys accordingly. We can rush together, build that chemistry. So I think it's extreme importance that I'm back at OTAs and, minicamp and all those type of things.
Now, Micah Parsons has an illness and is now questionable to play against Tampa Bay. Micah doesn't play, we got no chance in hell. We got to put some pressure on Baker Mayfield. They're on a 4-game win streak. They're playing well. Baker Mayfield has turned into being one of the better quarterbacks in football. We need Micah. And, I have a person in here, stop talking about, Micah Parsons being like Lawrence Taylor and things. And listen, when the dust settles on his career in totality, we'll look at it and see where we are. But I know this about Micah Parsons. If he gets one more sack this season, he will have 50 sacks to start his career. He'll be one of 6 players in the history of football since they started keeping sacks as a stat to do that. And Lawrence Taylor isn't one of them. If he gets a sack and a half, he will have had double-digit sacks each year to start his career. Right now, there's only 4 guys that have done that. If he gets 3 sacks between now and the end of the year, he will tie Randy White with sacks on the Cowboys all-time list. Yeah. And next year, he will probably pass D-Law with sacks on the list, and will have done it in like half the time. And he literally, if you want to take DeMarcus Ware, the Hall of Famer DeMarcus Ware, right now, Micah Parsons is on pace with DeMarcus Ware numbers. He's that good. But now listening to those 2 clips, the first one was back when he was last year, when we had the mandatory minicamp, which is when he finally showed up. As he put it, man, Aaron Donald, man, he don't show up for any of this stuff, and he's all pro. Okay. I need to be letting my body heal, and so on. That's what he said. Man, I'm not going to be here. I don't need to be here. No. I have to get my body right. I got to get my mind right and everything else. And being here with my team isn't doing any of that. Being here working out with the team and lifting weights and stuff is not doing that to get me ready for the season. That's what he got less than a year ago from him. And then the second clip is a couple of days ago. I need to get this contract done so I can be here for OTAs? OTAs? Where it's voluntary? And minicamp? So I can be learning the system and working with my players and making sure they line up? Either that's bullshit because you want to get this contract done and get that big chunk of money before next season starts, or you've grown and changed. Now, let's be clear here. I'm a Micah Parsons fan. I love Micah Parsons, okay? Micah Parsons' dad, came to my tailgate and stuff, man. Brought me a bottle of rum and things. Love that guy. I have gotten his autograph a couple of times here and things. And I know that guy is trying to do everything he can to win. But as I've said before, I think the way this season has gone has got him doing a whole lot of soul searching. I think seeing that, a guy like Zach Martin and D-Law probably won't be back next year. And seeing some of the players that were key to his success last year that were let go and not re-signed. And looking at this, going through this 4th year and being injured where he can't play and going through harder times now makes you realize I don't have but so much time in the NFL. And I got to make the most of it. And the way I do that is by being here. And when I saw him in training camp, running with Mozzie Smith after practice and things, doing that stuff, taking extra reps, being there at OTAs and setting an example, because everybody else looks, hey, Micah Parsons is here. That guy's real good. He's busting ass. Then maybe I need to bust my ass in harder too. And being there to understand everything with the system, man, that's what you want. That's what you want. Now, this season is over. We know it. And I find it so funny that when it comes to the Cowboys, you never catch a break. Everybody is just like, the Cowboys just suck. They just suck. They don't, count this. You don't get credit for having the toughest schedule, winning the division winner, and literally having more lost games because of your starters. I get people in here telling me, Well, you guys had so much depth. Depth? Do you know where we went shopping for free agents, people? Do you know? We probably signed more USFL guys than anybody else in football. Than anybody else. You know how many guys we brought in and worked out that literally not been on a roster for a year or two? Do you realize that we literally had 7 players out on the field on offense that were undrafted players? What are you talking about, depth? You take that many hits, you lose that many players, sorry. And Eagles, congratulations. You guys have stayed pretty healthy this season. You've had, a couple weeks with A.J. Brown and Monte Smith, here and there, but your offensive line stayed healthy, your running back has stayed healthy. You've been pretty good with injuries. You can't get anywhere close on the Cowboys with a team that literally let go 9 players last year. The fact that they even won 6 games is a miracle. I'll be honest with you. I don't know how we won 6 with the hand that's been dealt us. But anyway, I'm back here at the Red Brick House. We got football tomorrow. We got football on Sunday. We got football on Monday. We got football on Wednesday. So that's a lot. And I appreciate you guys being here, being part of Jobu Sports. And thank you very much for all that you guys do. And I am a little bit tired right now. And I'm going to go to bed with my baby. I missed her last night. Boy, did I miss her. Whew. Remember, good people. Remember, life is short and life is precious. Make sure you let the people you love know how you feel about it. And I love you guys. Peace out.